Hello trader, welcome back to deeppocketsforex. We'll be giving you our weekly forex focus. I'm sure this is GBPUSD. For GBPUSD, like we stated this previous week, that we're expecting price to move like this, up, then up to around this area here. Then you say that from here we can reassess what structure is showing here, and you can see that the moment we completed this move, price decided to push down like this. Now that is what we're expecting based on how the movement was unfolding here. Like we already got up, correction, up, correction, up. The expectation from here was to get a drop. So right now where price is right now, we push down lower, breaking this previous low. So from here, what you can expect here is either we get a correction here, then we can start having price move up like this, and then correction, then price moves up to around this area. And from here, there's a chance that from here we can push down one more time, breaking this previous low, or right from here, if price decides to move like this, up, correction, up, then from here we have a bigger corrective structure here like this, then we can expect an up move breaking this previous high, and then later we can have a drop. But that's for later. But as of now, just know that for now there's a chance that from here we can get a slight corrective structure, up, corrective structure, then up. That is what you can expect on GBP USD for this next week. So let's move on to the next pair. This is NZUSD, and for NZUSD, based on structure, we're expecting this drop here. We're expecting this drop here to pull through to around the zone here. Around the zone here, we're expecting price to pull all the way down up to around this area. As price has moved up to around this area here, from now we can start expecting an up move here. We can start expecting an up move on NZUSD based on structure. We can start expecting that, even though we already had an impulse here, you can expect a pullback here, a pullback, or maybe a corrective structure up to around this area. Then from here you can start looking up for an up move. Keep in mind that after getting this impulse move, there's always chance to pull lower. There's always a chance to pull lower. But how you can go about it, you can just know that it's rare to just pull lower like this. If price is to continue lower, we can either get a slight corrective structure, then up move. So as you are looking for an entry to trade the up move here, you can look for an entry to trade an up move. But as this gets to around this area, you should be careful here. You should be careful and make sure that you manage your trade, because even though we're expecting this up move, there's always a chance that we can only push up to around this area, maybe the highest, just around the zone here. Then price, if it has to continue lower, it can continue lower from there. But just be on the lookout here as price gets to this point. So just make sure to manage your trade as price gets to around this area, knowing that there's a chance that we might push lower here. That is for NZUSD. But the overall structure here is just showing that price is expected to move up. I'm just giving you tips on how to go about it here. So that is what we're expecting on NZUSD. Structure is showing that we are expecting to get a move up, breaking this previous highs. That's on NZUSD. This is NZD CHF. Now for NZD CHF, based on what structure is doing here, we managed to get a pullback here to around this area. So what you can expect here, like we've been talking this previous weeks, there's an up move that is expected. This up move was expected from here to pull all the way up, then either give a slight corrective structure, then up. But still, there was a chance to get this down move, even though it was a smaller chance, a little chance to get this down move. Price decided to go with that route. But from here, you can expect two things. We can have a corrective structure like this up to around this area, then get one more drop to break this previous low, like this, up to around this area. Then from here we can start experiencing an up move here on price. That is what we're expecting here based on current structure. How this has moved recently, you can start to expect a corrective structure here, then a drop breaking previous low, then price can start to move up. That is on NZDCHF. Another pair which we're expecting to move lower is NZDJPY. We're expecting it to move lower here, and as you can see, we just got down, up to around this area. So from here you can expect price to push a little lower here one more time up to around this area. Then from then there's a chance that we might start to move up. Here. That is on NZDJPY. Price is showing an up move structure next. That is what we're expecting. Our bias is up. It's not impossible for price to push lower like this, giving a bigger drop. It's always possible to to get price giving that extra move, that drop, that bigger drop. Even though we're expecting just a slight drop here, then price may pivot up. There's also always a chance for price to give an extra drop up to around maybe this area, then start to pivot up. Just know that this is just a zone. Around this zone, price is expected to push up. But for us, we would not be in my opinion, I personally wouldn't be interested in the sell, because it's a little risky here. You can just get a small movement like this and then price moves up. So what you better look for is an entry up. So if you have your entry strategy confirming any buy either from here or from here, you should be looking for buy setups. Any drop here, just put it aside. Put any drop aside on NZD-JPY. This is NZD CAD. For NZD CAD, like we said this previous week, you know that from here we're still expecting an up move breaking this previous high. You can see that's exactly what we're getting, and we got this drop here. Now what you can expect from what we're getting here, you can expect this corrective structure to complete, then expect one more drop. This drop is expected to break this previous low like that up to around this area. Then after we get this, you can expect up like this, like we already said this previous week. Expect this movement, expect the structure here. If you manage to get an entry here, you can be able to sell, but keep in mind that this correction, it can pull back all the way up to around this area before getting this drop here. Before getting this drop, breaking previous low, then price pushes up, breaking previous high and breaking previous high. Like we already stated this previous week, we're expecting price to push up, breaking previous high, and then get a drop. And this drop is still expected to move lower, breaking this previous low and breaking this previous low. That is what structure is showing. Then after getting this, we can start expecting an up move here. So you might as well just wait for this drop to complete, then look for a buy opportunity. That is what we're expecting on Euro AUD. Price is showing this drop, breaking previous low, breaking previous low, then pivoting from here like that all the way up, breaking this previous high. That is Euro AUD. USD-JPY. USD-JPY, like you're already seeing here, it has given an impulse move recently, so you can expect price to pull back a little up to around this area, then it may move up here, breaking previous high, and from here there's a chance that price can push lower like this, breaking this previous high, just to whatever is happening here. Then it was going to be one big corrective structure, and then based on how price has moved recently here, price will pull all the way down, breaking this previous low up to around this area here. That is what we can expect based on structure on USD-JPY. Recently on Euro-GBP, we recently got this impulse move on the 4-hour chart, and you see how price is moving impulse, corrective structure, impulse. Right around this area, you can expect either an impulse similar to this very soon. You can expect that, or from here you can expect price to correct like this, then give one more drop up to around this area, then still give this impulse move. And this impulse move is expected to break this previous high. It's expected to break this previous high, and then all this will just be a bigger corrective structure here, a bigger corrective structure like this. Then later price can push all the way down, giving this impulse move. And the impulse move that's expected here, it's a similar impulse move here like this. That is what we can expect. And keep in mind that this drop here, it might be delayed here, getting a corrective structure drop and then getting an impulse move up. We might not get the drop instantly here like this. So there's a chance that from here still we might get another corrective structure, then move one more up, then that's when we can get the impulse move. That's how price works, depending on the route which price decides to choose. There's an option that from here, after getting this impulse move, we can just get this impulse move straight up here, and then from here there's also a chance that we might get a corrective structure, then one more up, then get this impulse move down here. That is what we can expect according to structure on Euro GBP. This is USD CHF. For USD CHF, like we said this previous week, this previous weeks from this area, we say that we're expecting a drop here, a bigger drop. And then as it was unfolding here, we made it clear that from here, how this was unfolding, be careful if you are a seller. We might have forecasted the price to push lower, but how it is unfolding, we say that be careful, because from here there's a chance that we might push up like this. We might push up one more time, and the up move is expected to break this previous high. So what you can expect here, you can expect price to pull back a little here, pull back a little just like that, and then you can be able to look for a buy opportunity, because there's an expected move up here, and this down move can be just an impulse, just a sudden impulse, a pullback, or it can just be in a form of a corrective structure, then price pushes up like this. That is what we're expecting. It can move like this: corrective structure, up, corrective structure, then up. Then we might be getting a drop like that. That's on USD CHF. This is AUD NZD. Now you all know that for AUD NZD, right from this area, we're expecting price to give a corrective structure all the way up to around this area here. Then from here we can assess structure, because from here there's a chance that we might push all the way up, or we might give one more drop similar to this one, breaking this previous low. Then we can expect a big wave, breaking previous high and breaking previous high. That is the structure which we have on AUD and ZD. Right from here we can expect price to complete its corrective structure here. Then we can get a drop here, or we can just have maybe a corrective structure after completing this move. Then we can have this big up move following through just from here. There's chances that we can have price follow this route, or we can have price follow this route. That is what we can expect. So as you're trading this, if you're at all you're in a buy, just manage your trade around this area. Just know that you move your stop loss to break even, or to profits, knowing that there's a chance to get this drop here. That is on AUD and ZD. This is Euro USD. Previous weeks we made a forecast. We say that based on how price is moving here, we can expect a drop similar to this one. Now as you can see, we're having a drop here on Euro AUD. You can see that we're having a drop here. This next week from here, you can start to expect a similar corrective structure such as this one, and we might be getting one extra drop which is expected to break this previous low. Now you can see that as we're forecasted this previous weeks, that this drop is expected to break this previous low, and this has taken place. You can expect a corrective structure here, then a drop. But keep in mind that there's also a chance that if at all we don't have a corrective structure here, we have an impulse here, and then we get a corrective structure. That's different structure, different meaning. So we can from this, there's a chance that we might be able to push up. We might be able to push up from there, and if at all we get this price moving such as this will be an opportunity to look for a buy opportunity here. That's on Euro USD. This is AUD JPY. For AUD JPY, you can start to expect a corrective structure here, then a drop like this. After we get this drop, price is expected to move up like this. That is what we're expecting. We're expecting this drop because price should be able to move to around this area. Then price can start moving up. That's on AUD JPY. This is USD CAD. For USD CAD, just as you can see, price has started moving up. You can expect price to pull back up to around this area, then it can start continuing up like that. That is what we are to expect on USD CAD. We can expect a pullback up to around this area, either in a form of correction or just in a form of an impulse, and then price can start moving up, and this next up move is expected to break this previous high. For now it's not really clear if this is going to be a big move or if it's just going to be a small move up to around this area. Maybe then we pivot. So for now, just expect this pullback and this up move. That's on USD CAD. This is GBP JPY. Now for GBP JPY, like we stated this previous week, that from here we're to expect a pivot. We're to expect a pivot here. And as you are seeing that we're getting price moving up, down, up to around this area. This structure means that we are to expect price soon either to move up, then drop, breaking previous low, then we can have an up move all the way up, breaking previous high, and then price here can give one more drop, and the drop will be similar to this. That's what's expected. Then from here we can have price moving up. That is on GBP JPY.